Okay guys, are you ready for volume 2 of this? Now I'm going to show you more information, insight on this individual that wants to propagate as if he's doing a community service. But you can clearly see the character of this individual in the further recordings. So as you saw the text messages, if you thought that was bad, now watch his facial reactions. I'm sorry he done you the way he did. Well, it wasn't me. Okay. So this is like that fake empathy type stuff. Trying to blame it on me as if it's all my fault. Nope. Tammy knows 100% of what happened. Okay. And then he says quickly, he's like, if you're so sorry but you didn't do anything, he says, I will add it to my video. Would you be interested in doing an interview on Andre to expose him more and to warn others about him? Boom. And then he easily agrees. Let me find out from my guys that help, and I could be on a call with Stanley. So Stanley is his little butt buddy group. They're basically a hate mob that have nothing better to do. Basically, these are men that haven't really made it in life. And as you see on one of the comments from, Mama Bear reached out to me because she understands now, like, oh, they're giving heat to David and, including his wife. And his wife is, yelling at him because he's being a psychopath and he's being a bad husband. And so they're going through some family crisis and they're a little scared, which is why he got pissed off, because he had to kind of switch everything over to Texas and it's still pending. And he even talked about it. And then he says, oh, I'm new at this. Yeah, you're definitely new at credit repair. You don't know the laws and you can get locked up. The Attorney General is definitely looking at you. I'm just letting you know, man. So when I said that was going to happen, that would happen. And you're in a state where they can enforce that. You're walking a very thin line. Me, I'm straight. I've been in the industry for 10 years. Okay, I know what I'm doing. If anything, you don't know what you're doing. You don't even have a Google presence. Your website has no information on it. So anyway, that's just a critique of your business. Now we're going to look at how much of a fake and hypocrite that you are, and including David Stanley. These aren't good people. People go to your channel, and the only people that work with you and comment and contribute are just people that are weak-minded, or the same people like you in the whole cult group that you're in. I'm sure you recognize that. And people with reason and logic, including your mother, reached out to me. She wants you to stop, okay? But you're not listening to your mom because you're not a good son, okay? And you inherited property from your parents, your grandparents, parents of your grandparents, even better, okay? And that property isn't even that impressive. So it looks like, man, you have your family take care of you, bro. You don't really have your things together, and you're in your 50, I think you're like 50, but it's based upon how you look. Your head is bald. You have no hair, but you want to comment on my hair. Look, I'm not balding. That's called a widow's peak. And actually, there's an article. It's a scientific article. Some of the most attractive men by a proxy have a widow's peak. Yeah. So anyway, I know you like to comment on men's hair, but that's not in my line of work, and it's not in my expertise. My life is optimized for women, beautiful women, not women that yell and scream and cuss and try to act like a man. But maybe that's why on the phone call, friends of you said, oh, it's David's wife that's mainly pushing this. Well, it's more than obvious. It's obvious she wears the pants in the relationship. I mean, your tits are bigger than hers. Oh, God. This guy is funny. I told you to stop, and I ignored you. But now people are going to see who you really are. And I know this might be a little bit sour or not, but I have the right to expose you. I completely forgot about you. I didn't write anything about you. And then I found that you continuously posting about me. Well, that's fine. It's definitely hurting your business, because people that look at both sides of the story, they can see clearly I'm not doing anything and I have the full right to do this. You are harming individuals and you're harassing individuals. I'm not even harassing anyone. Guys, look at this. Okay. Boom, boom. So this guy's just trying to fish out information in an unethical way. And at first I thought this was a troll account. I didn't know if it was real or not. But this guy actually made a Upwork account and stalking Tammy. You want to talk about You want to talk about stalkers? I'm not stalking you. I mean, chill your ego. You're not popular and you're not in my interest. You reached out to Tammy. Okay? We never reached out to you. We never even bothered you. Never made any content about you since the day we decided not to. But you continued and continued and continued to break your word and to spread a bunch of negative stuff about me, which had absolutely no effect, actually had positive effect on my business. So any action, okay, that you have towards Pinnacle, whether good or bad, is going to be a positive outcome for Pinnacle, because it establishes our brand and who we are, and it's typically not going to mess up what we got going on. You can try, but you're going to be really exhausted in your efforts, because that is a criminal law in Georgia, and you have a track record of harassing Pinnacle and calling us and being a nuisance and even relentlessly posting. So you're going to have some legal trouble there, buddy. I can almost assure you that. Now, think about this. Should you trust a person that is acting like this? I don't think so. I really don't think so. First of all, credit repair is illegal in Georgia. It's clear as day. This guy is in Georgia. There are, you can just look them up. They are in Georgia. He will not contest the fact he's in Georgia. And it's illegal to do that. It's illegal to do that. So let's go ahead and go further. Okay. Right here, we will discuss things like how you met him, how much he paid you, what methods he used, how he treated you, etc. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So yeah, he's trying to get information from an employee of mine, and that's really shady right there. Of a business owner to do that, you're basically trying to put him in a bad position to basically give you information to aid you, even though what you said got him fired in the first place, right? And then you made a fake job posting just to get his attention, and now you got it, and now you're just trying to use him again. See, you like to manipulate people and use people. You're not a genuine person. You have no care about Tammy. And then let's go further on, okay? Okay.
Wasn't her, it was a woman. And she was from Pakistan. You're not from Pakistan, and obviously you're not a woman. So
you liar.
It's not even the same person.
What a liar.
Yeah, yes, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. But I saw, I mean, I already saw the video.
Look at his face.
You said,
yeah, you know you're lying.
Know everything about me.
See,
I saw, I mean, I already saw the video.
Look at him. He's swallowing. By the view, any of you are trained in like body language, human body language. These are like subconscious gestures that people make when they're lying and when they're nervous. And he is showing all of them. So I'll leave it for you guys to observe this. You see his eyes? He's grimacing. The clenching of his jaw and the nodding, the continuous nodding of his head. And there's no guilt in here in his tone of voice. It's more or less, like, please don't, please give me the information. I want to be on your good side so I could use information against Andre, because I'm a vengeful and negative person and I have nothing better to do than to slander and use defamatory statements of hate and misinformation to people, because my target audience is for broke people, cheap people, poor people that can't afford for premium elite credit repair services, which is precisely why I discount my service, because I know it's not marketable to begin with because I'm a piece of garbage.
So, but you said
See?
ask
Look at him.
he know everything about me, and he suppose his VA asked you for a job.
Well, this lady said she did.
See? Look at his head. Now he's shaking. He's like, you know what I mean? This lady, now he's referencing her to this lady as if like just some lady. No, this is Tammy, the person that you said in the previous video, and we can pull up screenshots again, that you said you FaceTime her or video her all the time. Now she's just a lady. Pakistan. We even video chatted several times. Okay? And watch, she's going to go back and try to cover himself up. So this is, look, this type of behavior of this person transpires into all of his endeavors as a business person, as a professional, and as a human being. Okay, this guy has no integrity. He will lie just to get out his just to get up in life. Okay, he's not a genuine person, because when I made the phone call with him, I wanted to kind of end on a good note, and we all can listen to that. Then you can see he just used that as a weapon against me, because he's a narcissistic sociopath. But he claims to be so good. A good person would not do that. After a phone call like that, they would not even do that. They would move on a positive level. But I let him to show who he really is over the past months, and you can see the quality of my content versus the quality of his content, which is clearly negative. Okay, and this is what we can understand about this person. You cannot have a level head with this person. You could not reason with him. He's already proven that he's not capable of that. And then you could head scratching of his head. He's like, look how dumb this guy looks. Look at this. Watch. He's like confessing. See? He's pissed. You see that? He's pissed because he knows he's wrong. Look at that face. That's a face when you're like, you motherfucker. See? Look at that. He's like, you motherfucker. Right there. By this time, he's like, fuck.
His VA asked you for a job.
Yeah, what Tammy speaks of Indiish, which is a combination of Indian and English. Well, Indian is not a language, right? It's called Hindi, and there's different Indian language: Pali, Sanskrit, Kannada, Tamil, Gujarati, right? There's different stuff like that. There's even Punjabi as a part of India, the subcontinent. So anyway, and then this guy says that, yeah, VA is important, okay? So he's claiming, you saw the video, he said VA for sure, right? And now Tammy's saying VA, your VA, talk to your VA, Tammy. How many VAs does a person have? What do you mean by VA? Virtual assistant, personal assistant, okay? How many VAs does a person have that's named Tammy? This is so dumb. This is like really dumb right here.
Well, this lady said she did work for him.
See, now he's going back. He's like, oh, now he's trying to blame it. He is so certain that he has information about my company and what I do. But now he's backing up. You see that? He's like, oh, well, you know what I mean? Like, this lady, now it's this lady. So he can conveniently forget. Look at him. He takes no responsibility or accountability for his actions as a person. He just goes back and now he tries to blame it on someone else. And then you'll see further in this video, he does the exact same thing. He goes back on his words. If you guys even watch this fool's content, or if you are coming to my channel from his channel, watch closely the hypocrisy of this individual and the inconsistencies, okay, of this person. You're going to see clearly right here.
Do you have any proof?
Look at him, see? Now he's going back. You have any proof? He's like, nah, now you're fucked, man. No proof. No proof of the recording.
Hey,
Well, this lady
This lady, look at him. That's a guilty face right there.
said she did work for him.
You're either a liar or you're dumb, or a combination of both. Now he's like, this lady, look how dumb you are, man. You say I have a mental problem. This does not make logical sense at all. Okay, their story is so. I can share this story with the Judicial Department, the Department of Justice in Georgia, okay, which I am, for your harassment, and they're not even going to believe your bullshit, bro. This is flat out nonsense.
but do you have any proof? They have proof?
See, look at him, look at him, look at him.
No, I mean, I don't know how to technically prove that.
Have any proof, but then you have video calls. So pay close attention to that. He's like, no, but because later on he's going to make another lie. This guy is lying his ass off in every way, shape, or form. So here's the thing. I don't typically respond to the nonsense on his channel. I don't even look at his channel. But I can literally break down all the lies that he's saying. But I don't have time for that. I really don't care. I moved on. This fat fuck I have absolutely no interest in. But I'm doing this for my friend Tammy to defend his honor and to share this experience with you so you know not to trust people like this. Okay? This guy has some serious inner workings that he needs to fix. Okay? You can just look at my face and look at his, and his face is like guilty as shit. Now keep in mind, this is very, very, very important. He says, no, I can't prove it. And then watch what he says later. Another lie.
Because you worked for him other than he called you on the phone. I mean,
Now he's saying, well, I can't prove that you work for him other than I called you on the phone. Okay, you can't prove that he worked for me, but then again, how do you know that he worked for me? Because like the first thing that you asked is, does he work for me? And you're trying to give him a fake job, and then you lied about it. And then you asked for a video. Okay, so if you don't really know the extent of his employment and his credentials, then why would you even take what he has to say as the truth? Just like you got a call from this lady from Pakistan, which, can you even prove that she worked with me? Can you even provide the videos of you video recording? Because I have all my videos, my call records on my devices. It's very simple. Just as that call was recorded and there's a timestamp, I'm sure you can. Okay? I'm 100% sure you can. Why would you delete that? That's easy to prove. Okay? If it's just as easy for you to say the lie as it is for we to prove that it is a lie. And you will never post proof of this. And because you never can post proof of this, because it doesn't exist, it makes you a really, really uncredible individual. Okay? And we can prove that Tammy works for me, and this guy knows it because Tammy's face is showed on my YouTube channel, and Tammy has been on my YouTube channel multiple times, including my other processors. Okay? And the reason why I show their face and show their voice is to provide my community transparency and to give them good insight on making a financial decision on hiring a company. But what we don't do is do nut shit like this.
and maybe you worked for him other than he called you on the phone. I mean, I believe you, you know.
Now he's saying, I can't prove that you work for him other than he called you on the phone. Dude, are you listening to what you're saying? Like, why would I lie about someone working for me? Is this everything a lie to this guy? This guy is really, really bizarre. And he's trying to have an alibi. He's backing out on his word. If you're going to believe something and say it is, man, you got to stick with it. You can't just go back when it's not convenient for you. Just like your mom tries to give me biblical quotes. And then she doesn't realize that she needs to talk to you. And she needs to comment on your channel. And she could post a video on her own about you. Well, she already knows what you're like. She's your mom, but she also has a bias. And your mom is also scared about you going to jail for potentially breaking the law. Actually, not potentially. I'm almost certain you can be criminalized because it is the law. Now, you may think that you are infallible, but you're not. And you can and will get shut down. Just like the biblical quotes that your mother doesn't even follow. Pride before the fall. Well, where's your sincerity, man? I'm waiting for my phone call. I don't even got to hold anything hostage. Like you said, you're going to charge me $100,000 to remove false information about me on your YouTube. Dude, that's like really, really shady. For one, I don't need to be. You don't need to hold that shit hostage in order for somebody to do that. And you took it down to begin with. Okay, so you don't have a spine. Okay, I called you and got those videos removed, and someone bugged you about it. Okay, and then you got mad, and then your identity was compromised, and so you had to fulfill your own ego by posting a bunch of bullshit about me, because it is bullshit. That's how big your ego is. That's how small your universe is. You're a small-minded person, and you're fat. You're a fat person, but you're very small-minded. Very interesting.
And maybe she was somebody that worked for him before you. I don't know.
Oh, see, now he's backing up.
Because a lot of these companies, they hire more than one.
See, now he looks to the left as an indication that he's lying, and he's like, "Oh, a lot of these companies." See, look at it. Look here. Listen to what he's saying. Look at the tone in his body language. He's panicking. Look at he's moving around. He's panicking. He's panicking.
You know. Yeah. And maybe she was somebody that worked for him before you.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because a lot of these companies.
So now you're saying you don't know. I thought you were so certain about everything, man. I thought you were so certain about everything. You're not. And I use this example to show how this person evaluates and judges things.
They hire more than one person to do this work.
Yeah, right. Because he also sent me the video as well. They totally mentioned that I work for. I visited to you, and you say that you don't do the cabinet sweepers, and that's why you didn't give me any job. But you know everything about Tammy, and asked your VA. But I everything know about you. But honestly,
look at him. There he goes, shaking his head. Cannot even control his body. He's like paralyzed. This is like a situation where someone doesn't realize that they're actually talking to someone smart, and they're like, "Oh, fuck, I'm lying." Yeah. At this point, he's like lost control of his own body.
We never met before, right?
Right.
And that's the thing. And here is the, here's the when I thought that whenever, if that possible, that we met, I honestly, I'm a big fan of it. Because your videos are really good, but honestly, I'm just employed, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm doing my job, and but this, I teach. He teach me everything. And his bosses, each and everything. And I just completely pause, and I totally handle his dispute. His dispute team. He is doing marketing, and I completely.
Pay close attention to his face.
And in that video you say sometimes that he is a scammer. So I worked from him 2 years, right? So technically I am a scammer too, right?
Yeah, you fucking dumbass. Look at him. Look how dumb. You do not understand the amount of lies that you spread about me, and the hypocrisy and the inconsistency of what you say as a human being. Nobody can trust this person as a credible source of information, because now you're backing out. It's not convenient for you. Okay? You are a freaking liar. No one should trust you now. How could any man respect you, knowing that, oh, you spread all this shit, and then you're going to go to Tammy to get him to give you information about me and act like you actually care about the guy. You said, sorry, sorry, I wish there's something I could do. I wish I can give you a job. But well, you're the one that said Tammy was hitting up you for a job. Okay? You said it on your video. You said Tammy was reaching out to you for a job, and they said they work for me, and they're the VA. Dude, that's not. People are not going to lie about that, okay? Because you can do an employee reference check, and that's basically what this is. It's an employee reference check, and dude, no Tammy from Pakistan has ever worked for me. You're getting your stories mixed up, and you're trying to find an alibi. But now all the lies that you have said are really caving in, and I can address the other things that you said, but I really don't have the time to do that, and I don't need to. People can already see how stupid you are. Based upon this video, guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. See that? Again, he's angry. Guilty as charged, sir.
He is a scammer. So I work from him 2 years, right? So technically I am a scammer too, right?
No, not technically. It
Not
depends.
technically. Depends.
So,
It depends.
just because you're doing the work, okay, so who's actually
See?
sending in the disputes?
What
You
a
or him,
moron.
Or somebody in the States.
Actually, I am the dispute person. So technically I am sending the dispute.
Okay, so how are you sending them?
Yeah, this is not this is his part. I mean, he's part of company and this is completely his process. But question is that I am processing the dispute and I am sending the dispute, right?
Via mail.
This is not the question and this is not the thing. I am processing each and everything. And you say that he is a scammer, so technically I am the scammer too. Is that a question?
Well, it depends on how you look at it. So
Depends on how you look at it. Depends on how you look at it, because how you look at it is going to be convenient for what you want to think versus the reality. That's the thing you don't understand. You are pushing a narrative against me that has no bearing, has no precedent. It has no concrete facts. You get fabricated tales, you don't look at the full facts, and you're very partial. No one can resort to you as a viable source for any information, man, because now you're backing out. Look at your body language. You're like, oh, technically, it depends on how you look at it. No, dude, it doesn't fucking make sense at all. The guy works for me, and now you're trying to pretend that he's your friend, and now you're trying to pretend like you're doing some social justice, but then you're just trying to use him. You are a crux of manipulation, man. It's just hideous.